Good morning, all. About 2 days ago, I spoke to my people about the conduct of one Chike Doziem in Switzerland who was calling for war in Igbo land. And in that video I made, I told him that he would hear from us. I told him you will hear from us. Since the past 2 days, I've made so many contacts. I've spoken to so many people. As at yesterday, I had my security meeting, being my sub-security meeting. I have discussed extensively about the insecurity in the Southeast and how to tackle it. And that is what I want to say now. But by way of preamble, I have been working for Igbo even before I formed myself in 1999. When I was in Lagos as a lawyer, I was working with the Igbo community in Lagos. When Abiola died, Igbo were being killed in Lagos. I championed the cause to defend Igbo in Lagos. Ever since, I've been working for the welfare of Igbo. When my friend Allen Onyema had a problem with the federal government, I defended him. I did so many videos defending him because Allen himself and myself worked together in Lagos in the same chambers as lawyers. So I know him very well, and he's a fine gentleman. I was like, Allen should not be associated with money laundering. He's too clean for that. I'm happy he's out of it. When Uwazuruike was imprisoned, I made so many videos defending him because people like Akpabio of Akwa Ibom was accused of stealing more than 300 billion. He was pardoned. There were so many of them, so many former governors in the north who were accused of stealing hundreds of billions. They were all pardoned. But Uwazuruike was in prison just for 7 billion. I was like, equals should be treated equally. Is it because he's an Igbo man? I'm happy he's out today. Even when our people had problems in South Africa, I made so many videos encouraging them, speaking with them, calling them on phone. Because speaking with some of my friends in South Africa, who were South Africans, through this struggle, I have so many contacts, I have so many friends outside Nigeria. When Jacob Zuma was to be sworn in his first term, ANC invited me. I went to South Africa. Even when the Igbos in South Africa hosted me, members of ANC attended the evening party. So I have friends. I talked with my friends there too. I'm happy that the issue is at least resolved today. So if Nnamdi Kanu has problem and is in detention, why should I keep quiet? Why should I keep quiet? Why should I be sleeping in my house when my brother is sleeping in the cell? What offense has he committed against me that I can't forgive him? What has he done to me? What will I benefit if he dies in prison? Because we are quarreling. Our quarrel could be an internal family affair. It doesn't concern anybody. It doesn't warrant me to stop, to ask for his release, or to fight for his release. I won't do that. I fought for other people. Why should I? This is somebody I discovered in 2009, when none of you were even in existence in the affairs of Biafra. I brought him up. So, if he has problem today, what justifications do I have to keep quiet over his preference? I will not. Then, I started making contacts for him. Then somebody started sabotaging the contacts we are making. Calling himself the leader of DOS or whatever. The two gladiators who are today fighting over money in IPOB do not want Nnamdi Kanu out. That's our discovery. My discovery over the 2 days now I have been speaking with people. Because I'm asking why. These two people are not working for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Take for instance, the one that is in Finland called Simon Ekpa. If the DOS an organ that Nnamdi Kanu instituted before he was arrested, if you have problem with them, they disallowed you to speak in the Radio Biafra. The Radio Biafra I founded. They disallowed you to speak in the Radio Biafra. You can reach him through his lawyers or through his family members who visit him. You can tell his lawyers, tell our leader, look at what these people are, how they are treating me. Nnamdi Kanu must tell them something to tell you. Even if he didn't, or he fails to tell them, give you feedback, you keep quiet and wait for pray for his release, believing that everything will be okay if he comes out. But no, you didn't do it because you wanted your own establishment. You wanted to take over. You started fighting the DOS. Today, other women from America and all that joined you. Today, you have carved out your own kingdom. You call it Idu Kingdom, Idu Biafra. Doesn't Nnamdi Kanu know about it? Did you take permission from him? You have carved out your own empire. Since you have carved out your own empire, how do you want Nnamdi Kanu to be out? Can two captains be in one ship? Nnamdi Kanu coming out will jeopardize their chances of becoming an emperor. You have formed your own organization. Coming to DOS, the so-called Chikedozium. Look at you. Your leader is in detention. You are captioning address to the national, what does it call that thing? It's address, what does it call it? State of the Nation address. Do you know the meaning of State of the Nation address? State of the Nation address is done or made by the president, by the head of state. By saying you want to do a State of the Nation address, means that you have already overthrown Nnamdi Kanu. You are now the new head of state of IPOB. If you have declared yourself the new head of state, then how do you want Nnamdi Kanu to come out? Because you have taken that seat, you have given that yourself that cap of the leader. How do you want him to come out? Because he's coming out will jeopardize your position. But the irony of it is that you people are tricksters, the two of you. You use his name. Simon Ekpa will be saying, my leader, he's the disciple to Nnamdi Kanu. And you Chikedozium, will be saying, my leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Well, none of you wants Nnamdi Kanu to be out. Because you are benefiting from the contributions people are making. Donations. Every day you are doing donation for this, donation for ESN, donation for this and that and that and that. You are managing the funds. And you are enjoying the funds. You are enjoying the spotlight. So the coming out of Nnamdi Kanu is not a business to you. It doesn't matter anything to you. Because if he comes out, you cannot enjoy this spotlight again. So if people are working for Nnamdi Kanu, you see them as enemies. Otherwise, look at it. I've been making discreet contacts for Nnamdi Kanu. To the extent that people came out to say, they were surprised the way I was fighting for the release of Nnamdi Kanu on social media. You never called me to say thank you. Oh, we didn't know you were doing something like this. Rather, you are attacking me. In your state of address, so-called state of address, you took the whole Southeast governors and called them vultures and saboteurs. You included me. You said that due to pecuniary interests, that I joined them. Pecuniary interest for speaking for Nnamdi Kanu. What pecuniary interest? That I wanted to take over IPOB. How do I want to take over IPOB? What am I going to do with IPOB? All of you in this struggle are working for me. If Biafra struggle is a limited liability company, I am the CEO. All of you are below me. I can't struggle for anything with you. How do I want to take over IPOB? So fighting for Nnamdi Kanu to be out of prison means that the person wants to hijack or take over IPOB. What will I do with IPOB? I have no interest. My interest is to see that Nnamdi Kanu is released. It's not today that I started showing such interest. I have given you some instances that I show such interest. The unfortunate thing here is that the two of you are blocking the chances of Nnamdi Kanu coming out. The other day, I don't want to mention names, but then I can. Mpaswika, our elder statesman, he was lamenting that you people are spoiling the chances of Nnamdi Kanu coming out because of your unnecessary, obnoxious policies and your attitude. How can you be fighting against the security agencies and you want Nnamdi Kanu to come out? I'm speaking as somebody who Nnamdi Kanu himself is his follower. I have gone to prison 16 times. 16 times. In the same court, Nnamdi Kanu is being tried today. I have been tried in that court for the same offense, except terrorism. I was accused of treason and not terrorism anyway. Mrs. Binta Yako was the judge. He has presided over my case. My case has gone severally to the Supreme Court. So, it is the security agencies that will decide whether Nnamdi Kanu will come out or not. The president has no even... What does the president know about Nnamdi Kanu? Do you think he has his worries about Nnamdi Kanu? He has a lot of things to think about. There are the security agencies that will write reports and suggest for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. No other person. Even if the president wakes up this morning and asks them to release Nnamdi Kanu, they will tell him, Mr. President, please, he's a security risk. If they say he's a security risk, the president cannot, because they are the security men guiding the nation. They write reports on a daily basis on him. And if you people are the ones attacking these security agents on the streets, can they recommend that your leader will be released? The Chike is attacking Southeast governors, calling them vultures and saboteurs, including me and Asari Dukupo. Maybe taking after Kensaro Wewa. Calling us vultures. Do you know that without the Southeast governors, Nnamdi Kanu can never be out? Even if the president wants to release Nnamdi Kanu, he must contact the Southeast governors. The Southeast governors must give a go-ahead. Moreover, the governor of Ebonyi State, who is the chairman of Southeast Governors Forum, he must be consulted. And he must advise in favor of Nnamdi Kanu before Nnamdi Kanu is out. Because if he says his release will be a security risk to the region, that final matter. Buhari is not living in the Southeast. If the Southeast governors made the recommendation and said that the release of Nnamdi Kanu will be a security risk to the Southeast, that's the final matter. Nobody will do anything about it. Nnamdi Kanu will be there. There is something you people don't know. There is nothing the judiciary can do here. Judiciary is just... There is no way the court can release Nnamdi Kanu. Lie to lie. Watch out on the adjourned date. Your lawyers have made their submissions, pinpointing the fact that the court lacks jurisdiction and that Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer. On the adjourned date, Binta Nyako will tell you that she has jurisdiction, her court has jurisdiction, and that Nnamdi Kanu has case to answer. What will they do? They go on appeal on lack of jurisdiction. The Court of Appeal will say the same thing. They go to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will say the same thing. They will come back and ask for bail. The court will deny them bail. They will go on appeal again to the Supreme Court. He will be in detention. Who is causing it? You people. Because you have blocked the political solution. You want to pursue the judicial solution, which is a door closed. You can never get it. Changing a lawyer to senior advocate of Nigeria is of no consequence. If you get all the signs in Nigeria to defend Nnamdi Kanu, the court will never release him. Even if on the adjourned date, the judge comes up to say, okay, I hereby strike off the case, Nnamdi Kanu is hereby released. DSS will never allow him to step an inch. They will arrest him immediately. These are things you must understand, and which you don't know. I think the two of you, Chike Dozem and Simon Ekpa, you are working in concert. You know yourselves. You know what you are doing. You don't want Nnamdi Kanu to be out because of the pecuniary interest you have, which is financial money you are collecting from people. I understand that even your men in the bush who are arresting people, they pay you ransom. When they pay ransom, they send the money to you. That's what people say. Oh, I'm not sure of that one, but that's what I hear. All this money you are collecting are the things that are spurring you to work against the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Otherwise, as a person, I'm asking for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Why should you attack me? Why are you not happy that I'm working for the release of Nnamdi Kanu? It's very unfortunate. Even the family of Nnamdi Kanu is not aware of these shenanigan moves going on between the two of you, and how you are positioning yourselves as the new leader. This one has carved its own empire. This one is using the DOS, giving state of the nation address as the head of state, new head of state. You have overthrown him now. Huh? These are things we have discovered. So, what am I doing now? I want to apologize to Igbo leaders. Please, we should not allow Nnamdi Kanu to die in detention or to be there. If we don't make any move now for him to be released, Nnamdi Kanu will be there until 2023. After the election, the new president, it will take him almost 1 year to consolidate before he will even think of or talk about anybody, including Nnamdi Kanu. And even if the new president comes after 2023, if the security agencies do not permit, Nnamdi Kanu will never be out. I don't know. You people are making no efforts at all. And you are stopping those making the efforts to go ahead. You are frustrating the efforts of people. You do sit at home. You say children will not sing national anthem, Nigerian national anthem in school. There is no flag, Nigerian flag in schools or anywhere. All this. How do these things help in the release of Nnamdi Kanu? If you are interested in his release, all these things, unnecessary things you are bringing in, how do they help? If you are the president of Nigeria and these things are going on from the group you are holding their leader, will you release him? Chike Doziem and Simon Ekpa, I'm asking two of you, the two gladiators. If you are the president of Nigeria, Muhammad Buhari, and you arrested the leader of a group of people fomenting trouble, and the group, instead of coming down and pleading for the release of their leader, are becoming worse, will you release the person? The answer is no. So you are not fighting for his release. So the Igbo leaders will not go and fold their hands. We shall not start fighting you. The Igbo leaders should ignore you because you have pecuniary interest, and your interest is financial. You are making money from Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration, and you want to gain from it. You already positioned yourself. This one has carved out Idu Kingdom, Idu Biafra. This one has come up with a address, State of the Nation address. Two of you are already heads of state from the diaspora. The other one, Chike Doziem, they say he's working in a cold room. Some say he's working in a mortuary. That's the one that would be that doing State of the Nation address for us from another country, from somewhere in Switzerland. You are doing as a fugitive outside Biafra land. You are doing State of the Nation address, making a caricature of the struggle. Anybody who is doing Biafra struggle or who is even here, we know the things we have done to bring the Southeast and South together. When Goodluck Jonathan was the president, I was an insider because we are looking at the Southeast South working together. I know the efforts we made to bring the Southeast South together. Today you see another statesman like Edwin Clark clamoring for Igbo president more than any other Igbo man. Why? Because of how we supported Goodluck Jonathan. That's how Southeast supported Goodluck Jonathan. When I called for the sack of former INEC officer, Jega, because Jega was making it obvious that Jonathan will never return as president. I was doing it because of the relationship between Southeast and South. At a point, leaders, traditional rulers from both Southeast and South started holding joint meetings. I think they're still doing it up to today. We facilitated it. I was one of those who facilitated it. But look at how you people are destroying everything. Attacking the people of the South. Calling them names. Because you don't know what you're doing. Like I said the other day, you people are not fighting for Biafra. If you are fighting for Biafra, you should know that the South is important. More about the Niger Delta. They're important to us. We have done all this over the years, but you are destroying everything. You have destroyed almost everything. How can this lead to the release of Nnamdi Kanu from detention? You are doing a proclamation saying that you have final battle to fight in Igbo land. The security agencies are having it. You say all the governors and some prominent sons like Uwazuruike, Uwazuruike, and Asari Dukubo among the vultures. And they want Nnamdi Kanu to be released. And these people are very important. The release of Nnamdi Kanu. Look at Uwazuruike, a principal officer of the National Assembly, of the Senate for that matter, chief whip, who can call the president on any matter at any time, who can run to the president and he will be welcomed at any time. You are insulting him, maybe because he's from Abia State, calling him a vulture, and they want Nnamdi Kanu to be out. I don't know. We should ignore you. That's what I feel we should do. I beg Igbo leaders, please, people should come up again and start speaking for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. We should stop. Because if we look at it, you have no agenda for the release of Nnamdi Kanu except the agenda to receive money, contributions from people, which you are using for yourselves. Because you have no program on ground for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. But we are trying to do it, and we are frustrating it by putting anti-Nnamdi Kanu release programs. Like the sit at home you are doing. How can the sit at home, outside killing the economy of the Southeast, help in the release of Nnamdi Kanu? How can stopping the children from going to school lead to the release of Nnamdi Kanu? How does the stoppage of Nigerian national anthems in school lead to the release of Nnamdi Kanu and other things? Sense. I don't blame you because you are not working for his release. You have already occupied his positions and you are enjoying it. I want to advise Nnamdi Igbo. Let us use the release of Nnamdi Kanu as the new bait for this political dispensation. We should forget anything about Igbo president or Nigeria president of Igbo extraction. Forget about that because no Igbo man will be the president in 2023. The best you can get is vice president, if you will ever, or the Senate president. Even in 2027, no Igbo man will be president. So forget about it. Let's use Nnamdi Kanu's release as the bet for negotiation. And that negotiation should be with the APC. Instead of saying Igbo president, blah, 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 which you know is not visible and it cannot happen, let us go with the release of Nnamdi Kanu as our demand for now, before 2023. Because if he's not released before 2023, if Buhari hands over power to another person, it will take at least 1 year or two before Nnamdi Kanu's case will be mentioned. Because outside political solution, Nnamdi Kanu can never be released. He will never. because I know it. I've gone through it. I know much of it. More than any of all these people. All these people are inconsequential fellows who are looking for food to chop. You are saying Uwazuruike agreed to join them because of pecuniary interest. What pecuniary interest? You are making me boast. Like Asai Dukubo said, he was richer than Nnamdi Kanu. You people are making jest of him and all that. Do I look like someone that can sell Igbo because of pecuniary interest? That's the notion you know about me. If you know me very well, who make that comment about me? I'm not a hungry person. I'm not like you. I'm not working in any establishment. I'm not receiving salaries. I wasn't even a poor man before I started Biafra business or Biafra agitation. Ask about me. Find about me. Do research. So you don't use that comment on me for pecuniary interest. What pecuniary interest? Do I want to be the president of Nigeria? I'm fighting for Nnamdi Kanu because I'm the jail and Igbo. It's my duty to fight for the welfare of every Igbo man. That was why I was given Ijele and Igbo to succeed on Mebo Chukwu. If I don't do it, who else will do it? There's no other work I have than to fight for Igbo. So Nnamdi Kanu's case is one of the problems of Igbo that I'm spearheading. I should spearhead. I don't need your permission to do that. Because you are a beneficiary. You are benefiting from his absence. I'm not benefiting. If Nnamdi Kanu comes out today, I may not even talk to him. But I want him to be out. Let him have his freedom. Let him enjoy his freedom, like me. I have forgiven him. And you people don't want to believe the fact that I have forgiven him. Some of you are saying, Uwazuruike is a trick, he's playing. He doesn't. Do I look like a player to you? Or a trickster like you? I have forgiven him. Even those who did worse things to me, I forgave them. What did he do to me? I gave him a structure. He betrayed me. All these governors in Nigeria and in the Southeast, didn't those who succeed them betray them? Almost all the Southeast governors, those who they handed over power to, didn't they betray them? Did they kill them? Even outside the Biafra struggle, do you think I have not been betrayed by other people in other things I do? Businesses and other things. So is Nnamdi Kanu's issue exceptional? I've forgiven him. We must work for his release. We are the people frustrating that move. The last thing I want to talk about is the comment made by General Uwazuruike. General Uwazuruike is one of the noble Igbo sons I have not really met one-on-one. I have not really met him one-on-one, but I have great respect for him because of his position. But I don't like. I read your comments, what you wrote. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I understand you have political ambition of being the governor of Abia State. You can do all these things without making ridiculous comments about IPOD and Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know. You want Buhari to support you or what? Must you sacrifice your own? Must you sacrifice your brother? That is what Ndi will do. I hate. You like to please outsiders by sacrificing your own blood, your own brother. And these outsiders you want to please, no, they begin to suspect you because they know that anybody that sells his brother can sell any other person. If you can sell your brother, is it that your friend outside that you can't sell? They look down on you. So that's your comment. Is unbecoming. I don't like it. If you want to be the president of Nigeria, you can, no problem. But don't sell anybody. Because when you talk against the IPOB, what about the Boko Haram in the north? Don't you know that the president has pardoned some Boko Haram members? Even in this time in the army, they gave them money, plenty money. Please, our leaders should stop all this behavior. It's shameful. It's dishonorable. When you go out here, instead of protecting the interests of your own, you are showcasing for them to like you, or on the Hausa and the Yoruba to like you. That is rubbish. Final thoughts. The Southeast leaders, please, moreover the governors, Asari Dukubo, Edi Abali, please forgive these people. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Their leaders are attacking you for pecuniary interests. They don't want their leader to come out. I know you better than all of them. When you were arrested before me. I was the person that gave you your case to Kiamu. You were in detention. I paid Kiamu to handle your case. Am I from South? Is it not true? If it is not true, make a video like I'm doing now and disclaim that. Tell me Uwazuruike is a lie. Not only giving your case to Kiamu, I was sending my members to the court in the view of your sitting in Abuja until I was arrested. And when I was arrested, my men contacted a son. I was the person that dropped the son and picked Kiamu because I know Kiamu. Kiamu had been my lawyer before your arrest and my own arrest, so I know what he can do. Things like ours are done politically, it's not done judicially. There is no role in the judicial concept in a situation like ours as freedom fighters. So forgive them. They are blackmailers. They said you are having camps in the Niger Delta, governors are sponsoring you and all that. I know that is a lie. If there is anything like that, whether you tell me or not, I will know. I will know now. My ears are on ground. I have more information than these people. I know you can never do anything like that. And I know it was the annoyance of that made you to say, you promised to smoke Nnamdi Kanu out, and you smoked him out, and all that. I was laughing. I know you are annoyed. You are angry. Who won't be angry when somebody tells lies against you, blackmails you? I was the first person they started blackmailing from 2009 to date. Even no matter whatever I do for these people, they will never appreciate it because of the hatred, imbued hatred they have against me. Otherwise, how can I be defending your leader? Then you are against me. So, Asari Dukubo, please forgive them. Leave them alone. I want you to do a video calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. You have worked with him. You said that pushed you. When you told me that pushed you, asked you to train their security men, did I object? You have been with me always. Did I object? Did I say no? Were we not still relating? If I was angry, I would have cut up a court relationship with you. But we are still relating. They quarreled with you. Was I the cause of the quarrel? Look at the video you made. Said you promised to smoke Nnamdi Kanu, and you smoked him out. They arrested him. They from behind the door. They brought me in. I started the Cooper and Uwazuruike. As if I spoke. We sat together to do the interview or the video. They must bring me in. If anything happens, they must surely bring me in because I'm their perpetual enemy. So please come back. Other Biafra groups, please. I know after this video now, all of you will start attacking me. Other Biafra groups. And now he's calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, blah, 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 blah. This, if I don't call, who else will call? I am the leader of the struggle. I started it. I'm not handed over to anybody. You cannot make yourself a king. Somebody has to make you a king. Nnamdi Kanu made me a king in his place. Until I finish and make another person a king in this Biafra struggle, nobody will be the king. So I'm the proper person to say what I'm saying. We have to bring Nnamdi Kanu out. Whatever we have internally in the Biafra struggle is an internal matter, should be solved as internal matter. Anybody that is not willing to work for the release of Nnamdi Kanu is the worst saboteur of Nnamdi Kanu. You are the one benefiting from the contributions. If it requires money, where it counts, I bring out money. And I'm sure I said the people will bring out money. Why do you ask even people to contribute money? All these gladiators receiving money on the internet contribution. Why? Can't we say, okay, fine, you people, everybody, all the officers, Simon Ekpa, bring 500 million. Chike Dozem, 500 million. Ralph Uwazuruike, 500 million naira. Aside the Kubo, 500 million. Let us put it together and for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Let us do it now. I have said it here, it's a challenge. 4 of us, 500 million, it will come to 2 billion. Leave people alone, let nobody contribute. Let it be for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. I'm ready to pay my own in advance, even before you start paying. But because you are enjoying, the people will contribute money for you because you are poor ass. You need the money. Then you don't want Nnamdi Kanu to come out. You start attacking those, blocking the chances of Nnamdi Kanu to come out by placing sit at home, do this, blah, blah, blah. Things that will block his chances. Attacking prominent people that can bring him out. I'm sorry to be emotional, but attacking ourselves cannot bring Nnamdi Kanu out now. That's what we need to do. So, if Masop start attacking IPOB, I don't know the faction we shall attack. Is it Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa's faction or Chike Dozem faction? Then, aside the couple of myself, we can never attack ourselves because we have come a long way. Maybe I attack Uche before, or attack Uwazuruike. We must work together if we want Biafra. But whether we want Biafra or not, let us work for Nnamdi Kanu to come out first. Then we sit together and think and ask ourselves, do we actually want Biafra? How do we want it? Thank you.